Recording. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Lightdown Town Hall, March 5th, 2025. Excited to have you all here with us and share our updates on what's happening globally in the community, introductions for the community, and we're going to have an opportunity about half an hour in for you guys all to get into groups of 3 to 4 so you can kind of share and get to know each other. And then after that, we'll go around, we'll give everybody a 1 sentence opportunity to share what they're up to in the world so everyone can then have an opportunity to understand what we're all up to in this world of creating goodness for humanity. So I'll share my screen and we will kick off. So good to meet you. For those I haven't had an opportunity to connect with yet, my name is Payam. I'm the founder of LightDAO, and Ruby is my co-founder. LightDAO is a global community for conscious entrepreneurs and investors. Just a quick snapshot of where we are. We're almost 2 years in. We're a month away from our 2 year anniversary. That's exciting. In that time, we've grown the global community to over 3,200 entrepreneurs and investors, out of which about 25% are investors. We've hosted gatherings across 16 cities around the world, and about half of those are active chapters with ongoing monthly gatherings. And we do a lot for the community, which we'll talk about in a little bit, including having these virtual gatherings and town halls. We are a DAO, which means we have a token that empowers co-creation and value creation in alignment of values. And I could talk a little bit about that as well. We host in-person gatherings and salons. We have mastermind teams, which we're going to have an opportunity for some of our mastermind team leads to share what their teams are up to and what they're sharing and learning with one another. And we also have an investment process, which I'm not going to go too deep into during this town hall, but our DAO owners can submit opportunities for investment. We have an investment committee that reviews those, and we help facilitate introductions to investors in the network. We provide advisory support, feedback, strategy sessions, whatever we can do to support the growth of that opportunity. And we're just really thrilled that thousands of connections have been made globally across the ecosystem on a regular basis, whether it's through our WhatsApp groups, it's through these virtual sessions, and of course, our in-person gatherings around the world. Here's a quick little overview of our upcoming schedule. We're just on the heels of our inaugural Light Alliance Summit, which happened in the Dominican Republic, February 20th to the 23rd. We have a couple like 1 minute clips that I'll share with you all just after this slide, I think. Coming up on March 16th in LA, we're having a session led by Arnaud on a heart-based economy. He's coined the term heart storming. We use the word brainstorming, but really it's how do we think and feel through the heart and build more coherence on that wavelength. So he's hosting a session here. Steve, he'll have an opportunity to share as well down in the Sunshine Coast, Australia. He has a salon on family success and growth lessons from a 7-figure buyout. We're having another investor, female investor in LA, empowering women through conscious investing. We'll go into themes around health, education, and climate during that salon. Then in Orange County, we're having Rohan, who's on this, and he'll talk a little bit about his mastermind on AI-driven marketing in Orange County. And if you haven't heard yet, maybe we're going to see if you want to come down to San Diego the day after as well, Rohan, if you haven't heard yet. Um, in San Francisco. Ruby, maybe if you want to say a couple words about your salon on April, and I know you're still working on the March one as well.
So April 8th, we're going to have the Azra, who is the CEO of Draper University. And so Tim Draper, of course, is Tim, right? And a lot of you are not aware that he actually has a CEO that really runs an operation and all their expansion, like Draper University pretty much has a presence in so many of the countries for startups around the globe. So she's going to be talking about that because, again, the startup world is just expanding, especially with all the AI opportunities. That's going to give so many more entrepreneurial opportunities to smart founders all around the globe.
Awesome. And then Bella, who's on here, also have an opportunity to share in a little bit about her salon coming up in about a month on Step Into Your Inner Power. So lots of exciting gatherings continue to happen globally. That's really what Light DAO is about. It's about building that relationship with the self and relationship with others, building trust and values aligned way, and then that'll impact our outer world and business success. And it always starts with that inner journey of how we understand and are aligned in purpose with ourselves. So we just, as I mentioned, had our Light Alliance Summit in the Dominican Republic. We're now planning next year's summit, 2026, around this time. We're likely honing in on Cabo. That's still being finalized, the exact date and location. I'm just going to share a couple 1-minute videos to give you an overview of how that summit was.
Is there any audio?
I'm the owner and manager of Avaya Lodge.
There is. Does it not play?
It just started playing,
Okay.
but maybe rewind. It's not playing. When you share, there's like a checkbox to share the audio as well.
When you share,
When you share your screen.
okay, let me see.
It was playing though, Payam.
I think you probably have music or something on one channel that doesn't come through for some reason. But
It was playing. So just play it and see what happens. When she started, yeah, she started to talk. So go ahead.
Okay.
Don't start from the
Yeah.
Paro, and I'm the owner and manager of Avaya Lodge. Avaya Lodge to me represents something forward that I've done as a way of a guideline of how to construct with respect to the environment.
So that was the day when we did a panel on the island.
And chase it because life is too short. It's not worth doing that Lehman Brothers job that gives you 6 figures at 25. It was not worth it. But if you've already done it and you've got the consequences, then learn, adapt, and keep growing. Keep growing. So beautiful.
So we had a moving DJ with us most of the time. And what you just saw was a social impact panel.
People are not only taking a beautiful time in Dominican Republic, but besides that, are connecting together to create a new coherence.
So Arno is leading our heart-based economy session in LA next Sunday. And then one more video here with Ruby's image.
We provided the space with all the space, but with all your hearts and your soul, and sharing of your stories and who you are, your vulnerability. They gave us this amazing experience that we all left that in. There's no coincidences that happened for the event. Just so grateful for some people that I'm going to be joint venturing with and just having my moment.
And you guys are all incredible. Like, I love the energy and the vibration that everybody's operating at. We feel like some friendships have been born, maybe for life. So it's always worth to make new friends. So thank you for that.
And I cannot wait to continue this evolution with you.
Aside, what I think here is a reinforced sense of responsibility so that we make things happen. Thank you very much. We invite us all to open ourselves to creating things that we can't even imagine at this point. We're going to be creative. Because that's how the universe works. So thank you all so much. Thank you.
So Ruby was saying there's nothing like building connections when you're hanging on for life on the edge of a boat that's speeding down with choppy waves and memories that you build from that, or having your shuttle take 3 hours to get from the airport to the resort that we were at, and the trials and tribulations, and just, I call it trauma bonding. So trauma bonding is always where we make the deepest relationships.
Hey, but 55 of us came together more for fun bonding, shall we say? All right. So if you can imagine 55 people from around the globe, we had people from Africa come, from Europe. And the thing that's amazing is about 15, 20 people joined us in the last week. And so, yes, there was like the 3 hour shuttle. But I think what was most memorable was that, as I mentioned, when you're bobbing for an hour with a group of people in the ocean together, you will take a call from them. Right? And as people mentioned, people became lifelong friends. And what I think Pieman are particularly really touched by, it was all value aligned people who came together. People who really wanted to make a difference in the world, are doing big things in their particular areas. And the missions that people shared were just massive. So we really invite you to consider joining us next year. And in the meantime, join us at wherever chapters that there are. And also, we're going to have something very exciting that most of us can't wait another year to get together. So we're going to have something on June 15th, which I'll talk about a little later.
Awesome. I'm going to give an opportunity for our chapter leads that are on the call to give a brief introduction on them and what's happening in their chapter and what they're excited about. Bella, are you on the call?
Yeah, I am. Hi. I'm gonna take the hello. Can
Hi.
you see me?
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, what are we up to in Lisbon? So we have one of my dear friends, Katja Verison, who will be doing a Light Dow Salon fireside chat. She is a coach to some of the top executives and founders in Silicon Valley, including CEO of Instacart, CMO of OpenAI, CEO of WhatsApp, Facebook teams, Spotify teams. She's amazing. She runs a fellowship on the Inner Foundations of Power, which pretty much most, I think, companies will run some of their executives through. And she's coming to talk about inner power. Very different than what most people, it's very energetic, actually. And she's been a good friend of mine for over 20 years. And so she's spending a month in Lisbon. She'll be here for that. And then we're going to have Lisa Garr on May 9th. She's the host of The Aware Show, and also a regular host on Coast to Coast iHeartRadio. I think it's one of the largest reaching syndicated radio shows. And she's been an interviewer of over 4,500 people, experts in transformational leadership. And so she's going to be talking about how to align your story with your purpose, synchronizing the two. And so that should be fun. So those are the two things we have going on in Lisbon so far.
Awesome. Thank you, Bella.
Sure.
I'm excited to come and visit you guys, hopefully this year at some point. So
Oh, great.
yeah.
And it's held at the Ministry of Magic, by the way, which I think is hilarious. There's actually a place here called the Ministry of Magic, and it's very magical. Anybody who wants to come to Lisbon, it is spectacular. You must come.
You could definitely count me in. Steve Plummer.
Yeah, hey everyone. So at the moment we're Waiting for the cyclone to bear down and wipe us all out. I've got we have a Category 2 cyclone just off the coast. It's supposed to hit tonight. So yeah, we'll see. We might have to reschedule the date for that PM2. Everything's concertinaing because schools, public transport, even bridges in Brisbane are closed down. You can't go across a bridge across the river. Crazy. Anyway, so yeah, our next salon is it's hosted, or our guest is Mark Hobbs, and he's a guy who took a little pie shop from one family store and grew it into an 11 store business, employing over 200 people, and he just sold out for over $10 million. It's an incredible story. He's a very, very humble man. You wouldn't notice him if you walked in the room. And I was talking to him yesterday, and he's actually spent a lot of time of how he can massage his story for the average business owner and the lessons learned. So that's going to be really exciting from a practical point of view for local people to see how to grow from something small, a seed idea, into something really, really big. But also not in a bombastic way, just in a very quiet, measured, thoughtful and steady way. So yeah, that's really exciting. And yeah, when the cyclone's over, we can move on. So that's where we're at, Payam. But as I said, I've probably got to reschedule that date. I've got to get back to you about that. So yeah, it's a bit of a up in the air at the moment. So yeah, we'll just wait and see.
Totally understand. Best wishes, and hope the
Thank you.
cyclone doesn't cause much of a disaster and headache over there.
Yeah, we'll see. It's slowed down and intensifying a bit more. So yeah,
Oh
we'll see
man.
how we go.
Shelley, you're here.
Hi, I'm here. Yeah.
Good to see you. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Want to give us a little update on how things are going?
Oh yeah, so we had an event last week that was really successful. We had an amazing speaker, Catherine Wolf, who started as an investor and ended as an entrepreneur. She's an AI staffing company where she hires women who are highly educated but live in countries where it's very difficult for them to work, like a lot around the Middle East and things like that. So she's got quite a large, successful AI engineering staffing company. And we have a lot of speakers. I don't want to go into them all now, but we have a lot of speakers coming up. I'm looking to fill someone towards the end of this month, but we don't have the date settled. We've been going back and forth, so stay tuned for some really interesting people. In fact, I actually have like too many people, so I'm sort of navigating that gently with the people who want to speak. Also trying to like mix up the topics. So stay tuned, and hope to in the next few days have the March date locked down. Once I have that, then I'll start scheduling in the other people who are ready for April and May. And then of course in June in New York City we have Tech Week. So hopefully we'll be doing something a little bit bigger for that, and we still have to talk internally about that. But it's a great week to really be getting a lot of attention and a lot of awareness for Light DAO from the right people, because people are looking at those Tech Week calendars.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll pass it to John if you're on here. Monsi and John are partners down in San Diego, and I wanted to find an image of the both of you, and I know we have one, so I can kind of put you both of your faces on here. But in the meantime, I only have Monsi's face here. John, are you on the call to make a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Monsi's in India right now, so she just gave me a quick call. So I screenshot this image. I said, "Look, Payam likes you more."
Not true.
Well, she's prettier. So I missed the prompt, just sharing where we're based and what's going on with us, like with our
Yeah,
chapter.
kind of what's your vision for San Diego? I know we're launching on April 2nd in 4 weeks or so. So
Yeah.
kind of where you're at, maybe a quick kind of background on yourself, And yeah, what's your vision for building the chapter?
Monty and I have our house here in Ramona. So this is east of Del Mar, so about 30 minutes from the beach. There's the mountains. So it feels like Boulder here in West Ramona. And it's called the Flow House. We've hosted many conscious gatherings over the years. So we're proud to be launching Light DAO on April 2nd. It's actually the culminating event for our Abundance Retreat, which we host 3 times per year. So that starts March 30th. So that's for conscious entrepreneurs using public speaking and live in-person events to grow their business. So we want to merge our tribe with Light DAO. And yeah, we're really excited. We're going to do the topic on AI for transformational event leaders. You know, because a lot of us tend to be more in-person, huggy types. So want to see how we can merge AI with that.
Love it. Thanks, brother, for the share. Looking forward to spending that day or two with you down there that week.
Yeah, totally. Hope to see a lot of you there.
Yeah. I'll give an opportunity just for a handful of us to also share because we want to go into kind of the group opportunity connection. So I'm going to hand it to Risto. Brother, good to see you. Want to give a quick background on yourself and what you're up to?
Oh, that's that you got me there. A sudden spotlight, why not? So I'm an entrepreneur, roots in Finland, lived the past 7 years in Amsterdam, and now happily 6 months in LA. And Light DAO has played an interesting role when it comes to building the network as a newcomer. I work with a group of companies. We are 3,000 people across different industries, from India, UK to North America. And alongside that, I have a couple of interesting things in my personal portfolio. First of all, I'm an organizer in Davos during the World Economic Forum. We do programming under the brand Finnish Flow. And this year in January, we received like over 2,000 applications to our programming from the Davos leaders. And interestingly, I posted this also into the Light DAO forum, and it actually worked. There were a couple of Light DAO people in our programming, attending our programming in Davos. So that was my little test that how international this community actually is. But on that side, my intention is to continue growing and gathering an LA-based delegation going to Davos every year, and I would love to invite all LA-based or California-based people to get in touch if you are interested. We are going to do some events in the future, gathering this very interesting community interested in global business.
Thank you, brother.
So there will be more events coming in. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Awesome. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you again soon here in LA.
That's it for now. Soon.
I'm gonna pass it to Tevye. You on here, Tevye?
Hi. Hello. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. So it's interesting the gentleman who is talking about transformational growth leaders and AI. That's pretty much what our company is focused on. It's called Digital Wisdom, and we're creating tools for coaches and healers and people in mentorship or creative use of their wisdom to be able to make use of AI to make themselves more accessible, create an AI version of themselves, but also automate parts of their business using AI. And we're very excited to be launching our first self-service product this week in beta mode. So if you're interested, please reach out. What it is a little avatar that lives on your website and answers people's questions about what you have to offer. And it can even do some lightweight coaching with AI.
Awesome. Sounds super cool.
Yeah.
Definitely let us know when you launch the beta to check it out.
Yeah, we'll post it to the group actually. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Michael Evans, you on here?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, brother? You want to give us a quick, one sentence overview about what you're up to in the world?
Sure. So right now, I am a director and the secretary of the Black History Foundation, a 501c3 organization whose aim is to preserve Black history by putting it on the blockchain, and we just launched a fundraising campaign called Save Black History. And you can go to GoFundMe and look up the Black History Foundation to help save Black history.
Awesome. And Michael's doing a lot of amazing work on building community as well. And I think it's Detroit.
Yes.
And is investing in a bunch of projects in that arena. So thank you for all your work, brother.
Thank you.
We'll do one more share and then we're going to move on. Greg, are you on here?
And we're live from the Redwoods.
Greg Apodaca?
Hi, friends.
You there, Greg?
Are you talking about me, Greg Apodaca?
Yeah, Greg. Yes, Greg Apodaca.
Sure. My name is Greg Apodaca. I am producing our 5th Green Economy Conference, our unconference, June 25 and 26 here in LA. Our goal is to help people see the need to transform their lives, both individually and then all of us collectively, to meet the urgent climate needs that are an existential event. So we're looking to do that and then also transform our mindsets about conscious investing and empowering women and BIPOC communities to take the white male foot off of their necks and let them contribute climate solutions and otherwise contribute to the next society that we have an opportunity to create. So Nikki Balderrama is on the call with us. She's my guest today, and hopefully she can join. She's doing operations for our Green Economy Conference. One unique aspect also of that conference is we'll have a British architect who's writing a paper on using nature techniques developed in the Amazon to help us rebuild, those of us who are fire victims, rebuild communities in the Altadena area and in the Palisades instead of just rebuilding homes. So that means shared electric grids, shared storage, shared everything. It's an amazing, a surreal experience having lost our home and everything that we've achieved in 50 years to the fires, but also surreal is the outpouring of love from family and friends and even strangers as we rebuild our lives. So hopefully we can use nature techniques and indigenous methods to build things that are not harmful to nature and in fact instead maybe even helpful to people, nature, and animals as we rethink how to build our communities. So love to have you all attend our conference, June 25 and 26.
Yeah, we've been promoting your conference in the weekly schedule that goes out. So I'm definitely gonna do my best to be there this year.
Thank you.
We'll come back later if we have time for more shares at the end. Want to have some opportunity for our mastermind leads to share about their teams and what they're talking about. Tiffany, are you on here?
I am, yes, Payam. I'm happy to share. Hi, everybody. I'm Tiffany Joy Bassi, and I have a angel investment fund called the OM Fund, and we invest in conscious entrepreneurs that are helping solve some of the world's biggest problems. And that leads me into my mastermind, 2 different ones. which is cultivating conscious leadership. I'd love to hear from all of you that want to join in the mastermind. What is conscious leadership and how do we cultivate it throughout the world so that we can all live in a better place? The second one is taking your startup from either pre-seed or seed to Series A. I'm a former entrepreneur with a couple exits, and I have advised or worked as a fractional C-level exec for various startups, helping them either sell or raise hundreds of millions of dollars. So if you're looking to raise money, that would be a good mastermind for you. And if you care about conscious leadership, that's the second one.
Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend, for those of you who are at a point where you're working on your go-to market, that mastermind would be really, really important for you. And, we're so much about conscious leadership, right? So here's an opportunity that was really discussed a lot during Dominican Republic. So for those of you who want to have a conversation around that, the Conscious Leadership Mastermind would be great for you. So you can contact Tiffany directly. And for those of you who are new, basically what our mastermind teams are really a way for our members from all around the globe to really dive in and get to know each other. All right, so these are 4-week short-term masterminds. Again, really is an excuse for you to get to know each other, and what you do beyond the 4 weeks is up to you. All right. So, anyways,
Tiffany,
so thank you,
fill up
Tiffany, for
spots on the
leading two
conscious
groups.
leadership, I'm in.
Yes, great. We'd love to have you in, Payam.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the other person who is here is Alina. Alina, if you'd like to talk about your women's group.
Sure. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Payam. Happy to be here with everybody. So this is a new mastermind. Just to briefly introduce myself, I was on the last call as well. So I'm Alina, and I'm based in Portugal as well, in Lisbon. And I was the one sharing earlier that Bella's doing amazing salon. So if you can make it to Lisbon for some of the Light Dao salons here, it would be amazing. So I run a Divine Feminine Wisdom School. I help women actually to up level in terms of their business, but do things in a way that is aligned with their body, their emotional wisdom, their intuition. I work with divine feminine archetypes as well. So I'm both a coach and a therapist. And I love to blend sacred energy healing practices with coaching. And the idea of the mastermind actually came from a discussion I was having with Ruby a while ago that there needs to be a women's mastermind as well. And I do believe that as women, we have a say in what's going on worldwide right now, politics, business. We have a big say and we have a big contribution to make, especially because we have certain, I would say, defining qualities that are needed right now in the world. So exactly what I was talking about. And they're rising, these qualities are rising both in men and women equally. So heart-based wisdom, intuition, learning how to better manage our energy, all of that. So the purpose of this mastermind is actually to bring together women to support each other in their business growth and also support each other in terms of their exchange, well-being and energy management practices. But really to mostly the focus will be on supporting each other in terms of our business growth with advice and tangible practical actions, knowing that it doesn't matter the level you're at in your business, you can benefit actually from being in a room with women and people that have very diverse experiences, because you're going to grow on all levels, both personally and business-wise. So I'm very passionate about feminine leadership, as you can see. So I believe that this mastermind is actually meant for high-level priestesses, women that are here on a big mission, and women that don't want to burn out as they are actually building these big missions in the world. So if this calls you, then you're very welcome.
So thank you very much, Alina. So Gina is here, and I just want to comment on the other one. So Gina, if you can also comment on your mastermind in a moment. So the other masterminds, there's a men's group with Chris Roberts. So I would really encourage the men here who would really like to get together with other men to talk about your role in terms of supporting the change in the world, evolving the world. And then Rebecca's not here, and she has a mastermind all around philanthropy. So Rohan is here. Now his mastermind is closed at this point, and so is mine. The business is a practice of quantum flow. So we'll be having more information about those mastermind, particularly the AI mastermind, once that cycle completes. So Gina, if you're here and if you'd like to comment on your mastermind, go ahead.
Sure. Hold on. My mastermind is on the art and science of community building, and we're going to kick off on Monday, the 24th of March. So if you're interested, please email or message me. I'll put it here. And we're really just going to come together. So many of you are building communities and really just discuss what works, what doesn't work, what is the best way to really build community, create intention, incentivize people to activate and build community together. Wonderful, John. So yeah, so we're going to start Monday. I think we'll do it Monday at like 5 p.m. so we can get people, it's not too late for people on the East Coast and West Coast both.
Yeah, so Gina's been doing community for a long time, and plus she actually has her product is about community. And I'm personally a believer that community is the new way of marketing. All right. So for those of you who are doing community and looking at ways to market, I would definitely encourage that. So again, as I mentioned, with Rohan's group and my group, which is closed right now, when we open up again, we'll be sending out more information about that. So Alina and Tiffany and Gina and the others who are not here, thank you so much for stepping up to take on this role, because we have amazing people from around the globe, and so we really want to give you an opportunity, all those of you who are here, and owners are going to have priority to join these small groups of 4 to 5 people. But if you're not an owner at this point, feel free to still reach out to them. All right. And again, this is how we just build our relationships. Like DAO is all about our people. So here's a great way for you to meet the amazing people who are in Like DAO. So thank you all.
Did Rohan want to share about his as well? Or he's full, I guess. Okay.
Yes, it's full right now. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because AI being so hot, I don't want to overwhelm him, because so many people want to join his thing.
We need to un-AI the demand he's received. Do you want to share about Kiva, Ruby?
Yes, just a quick update on this. So I want to thank all the people who participated. And the one that, this is our launch one, where we joined almost 1,500 other Kiva members who donated $25, and 266 other groups like us. So I'm just thrilled that in 1 week's announcement, 13 of you, we raised $450. All right. For this organic rainforest, who are mostly cacao farmers in the Amazon, Peru rainforest. All right. So thank you all. And we had basically said that one of you is going to win an opportunity for a mentor with Payam. And Laura won. So Laura, we need to be in touch with you. Please respond back to us. And we're going to be announcing soon our next Kiva project, which is going to be supporting an organization in Zambia, which is helping the water issue. All right. So you're all going to see an announcement about that. And let's reach $1,000 for our second campaign. Again, I want to thank all of you who participated. I am just blown away that 13 of you came together with 1 week's notice, and we raised $450 in a week. All right. So this one, we're going to have about 3 weeks run time, and everybody who is in Dominican Republic have committed already to join this. So I encourage you to join our team, and all we're asking is a $25 loan from you if you are inspired to participate in this. So again, thank you so much for making our first campaign a success.
Awesome. So we're gonna only have time to do one breakout group, Ruby. So do you want to lead everyone and I'll create the breakout groups?
Yes, yes, yes. So very quickly. And then if we end up running over a little bit, I hope you can stay because the last thing that we're still going to do is what we do in our salons. And that is a one-liner introduction from each of you regarding what you do in business. All
We'll give
right?
10 minutes for this.
Yes. So what we're going to do for this right now is you're going to be broken into 3 to 4 people. And the question that we're going to ask you to share that we really learned from Dominican Republic is that, can you believe it's already March? It seems like we just were talking about New Year and celebrating New Year, right? So the question we want to share for you to share with each other is at the end of 2025, we don't want you to look back on 2025 and think about, oh my God, this whole year, all I did was focus on my company, my business, my startup. All right. So what we're going to invite you to share is what are you going to do to make sure that you have some fun, joy, and passion in your life for something that you love that's not related to business. All right. So that's what we're going to ask you to share with each other. Again, what is it that you want to make sure that you get to do this year before it runs away from us and all of a sudden it's December?
All right.
Something that you love that gives you a lot of joy, a passion that's not business related. Okay, is that clear? So
That
each
is
of you are going to
fair.
have 3 minutes. Payam, are they going to have 3 minutes or is it more 2 minutes
We're
for
gonna
each
give 10
person?
minutes total. So it'll be about 2.5 minutes a person. And we're gonna
So
break
can
it.
you please,
We're gonna create the groups right now and we're gonna give you 10 minutes.
okay, if you can keep track of the time, somebody keep track of the time, okay?
All right. Enjoy.
Introduce
We'll see you
yourself,
back
say
in
where
10
you're
minutes.
from.
Yep. We'll see you guys back in 10 minutes. Stay in your groups and then we'll bring you back to the main group. You should be able to see a little button or something to go into the breakout groups.
I messed mine up somehow. I
Uh,
don't see, I don't see the button anymore.
okay. I'll move you, brother.
Oh, wait, no.
It's a very ambitious, large scale infrastructure, hard tech. And I'm grateful that I'm in the middle of 74 age. I'm 45, so I'm in the middle. I don't do the due diligence. I'm for all portfolio projects, top of funnel, top of relationship building, and yeah, outbound comms guy in and out, 18 years B2B sales. Just a guy doing a lot of weaving and relationship building for very ambitious hard tech projects.
Awesome.
And also wanting to bring them to Guatemala, obviously, because it has one of the most polluted rivers on the planet. And yeah.
I have a good friend who's in Guatemala this week with the Wayeb ceremonies, the traditional ceremonies that they're happening right now with the shamans there. Amazing. And what's your one thing for the year that you want to do for fun?
Oh man, fun. I already have two cats now, a dog. We decided to have a second dog because we have a lot of space here in the middle of the untouched rainforest. Fun. We're dancing with the dog. I still dance and I cook. I think that's it. It's a roundabout. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It sounds like a very relaxed existence. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
You don't build such big infrastructure projects just like meditating and humming. I do a lot of meditation, but it's a lot of hard work, I would say. Everybody that has structuring capital, unless you did an ICO in 2016, right? Usually is hard work, right?
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, do you want to go next?
Sure. So Paul Breslow, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, on the peninsula, just south of the airport. It's a very stressful area to live in. Maybe as stressful as wherever Payam is between West Coast, East Coast. I don't know. But let's see. What are we supposed to address? What is it? What we're doing? And then what we want to be doing? Is that it?
It was how are you going to implement fun and joy in this year, given we're all busy bee entrepreneur types.
Let's see. Meditation. I tried to do a transcendental meditation. That's one thing that'll keep me calm. Exercise. I'm going for my second degree Shotokan black belt, so hoping to work more on that. But the thing that I'm most looking forward to doing is I lost my catamaran, and I have bought kiteboarding stuff but never used it. And so some type of, I'll just say, wind and water experience. I don't know what it's going to be, but yeah, trying to spend more time on the water.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice.
And what's the quick one-liner about what you're up to?
I'm building a carpool app, and I want to chat with you at some point.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm deep in the transportation space.
I know. You're one of those people to chat with.
Awesome. Happy to chat, brother. Alina.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you heard my one-liner before. To give you a little bit more background, lived across the world from Europe to Africa, Southeast Asia, chose to live in Portugal after my burnout. I worked in the tech field for many, many years in HR, learning and development, building leadership academies. But after my burnout, I went out, I reconnected to energy healing, different therapies and coaching, and I started my own Divine Feminine Wisdom School. And I still work with tech leaders to help them overcome burnout. So I do leadership coaching as well. How I want to bring in more joy this year actually is something that I received as a download in my meditation in the beginning of the year, is to actually surprise my parents and go visit them for their birthday. Because they both turned 70 last year, and I'm like, man, time is flying. I want to be with them, and I want to make them live until like we're all into longevity, right? So I want to make them live until like over 100 if possible. But I feel like these moments are precious above 70, so I want to be with them. So I'm gonna surprise my mom in April for her birthday and go visit her in Bucharest in Romania. I'm originally from Romania. And my dad, I'm gonna try and get them to fly to Portugal in September. So that should be fun.
Well, and I'm hoping I come and visit you in Lisbon again. So
Yay, Payam. Yes, the saloons are getting better and better. Really amazing work.
Alina, I'm glad you mentioned birthdays. My parents turned 80 this year, and I realized I haven't planned anything yet, so I need to get on the ball.
To Nepal, you said?
No, I need to get on the ball. I just need to do
on the
something
ball.
to plan. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Beautiful. Blessed be. Yeah.
Wow. I live my life in fun and joy. So I'm I'm very, very wealthy in that regard, in all regards. Wealth is in the soul and the heart and the mind, and the spirit. So I run around the world now and just host salons and gatherings and epic experiences. So that's how I spend my life now. For those that don't know, as I think Paul is aware, I've been running another company called Obi for a decade now. We're in the transportation industry, so we have relationships with pretty much all the major rideshare companies around the world. Uber, Lyft, taxi companies, Didi, Ola, Grab, Gojek, you name it. So our platform is like Kayak for ground transportation. So that's kind of my past life in a way, even though I'm still technically the founder CEO. I have a team that I'm lucky enough to run the day to day. That gives me the time and the bandwidth to spark joy in my life and others' lives. So if you didn't make it to DR, which I don't think any of you did, hopefully you can make our summit next year. Other than that, Alina, looking forward to traveling and seeing you guys in Lisbon. Um, but yeah, I do a lot. I mean, for a lot of our salons, especially here in LA, we do like meditative salons or gatherings. We're doing a heart-based coherence one with Arnaud next Sunday. I host a lot of potlucks. I host a lot at my house here in LA. Here, I'll give you
I'm
guys.
going to be in LA for a week, and maybe you're there.
You,
March 14 till 21.
maybe March 14th. Yeah, I should be here for at least a couple of those days. Yeah,
Okay.
What part of LA are you in?
I'm in Beverly Hills.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
there events going on in SF that are more like potlucks and stuff like that?
We're planning on it. So far, we've only been doing salons, but there is an intention on doing more like chill gatherings as well.
And is there any way to get any type of, I know it's kind of a not the desired participation, but can we get any kind of notes from any salon we don't participate in, or is there any way to participate otherwise if you can't go in person?
It's a good question. We'll have to work on that. Nothing immediate beyond just sharing like a post salon kind of email. But we are thinking about other opportunities for creating more engagement kind of virtually through the in-person salons. I'm going to bring
Yeah.
this back to our larger group now. So we'll see you on the other side. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi.
We are back.
We're back from the Matrix. And then we'll get zapped in somewhere else.
That's how life works, Payam.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I hope you guys had an opportunity to connect briefly. I know these are kind of short.
The
Just
sound is really bad. Is that me or everyone?
what is it?
Yeah,
Could be me.
Oh, are you
the
getting?
sound is fine.
Yeah, sounds fine here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think others are wrapping up in
Try
breakout groups.
try changing your speakers if the sound is messed up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay, are we still gonna have time, because it's 12:58 already?
I know. I think we're kind of out of time at this
For a
point.
few more minutes?
Do you want to spend a couple minutes? Do you want to give that opportunity, Ruby?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Are you able to hear Paya?
Yeah.
Then it's my problem.
I can hear everybody.
Just read his lips.
Likewise.
We wanted to give an opportunity for those that haven't
no way.
shared yet to go around. So why don't we give that for those that are here and that haven't had an opportunity to share. So I'm just going to go around and point people out and give a one sentence introduction about yourself. Melody.
Hi, everyone. My name is Melody, and I'm currently working on creating a market space for conscious commerce in my little.
Okay, are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, we're going around, Ruby.
But I can hear you. Can somebody speak?
Ruby, we're gonna let people are already going
Okay,
around.
I can't hear
sharing.
you. Do the one-liner for everybody?
Yes.
Do we have
Yes.
time to do that?
Melody, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, I'm working on a date retreat coming up.
Okay, fine. Go ahead and run that, and I'll be back. I'm gonna leave.
I muted Ruby, please. Go ahead, Melody.
Okay, so I'm currently working on a date retreat with Catherine, she is in the room, and on Saturday for the Women's International Day, and also I'm working on building a little small ecosystem in my outdoor space where I can invite local communities to come and receive some soul guidance, or like, more of having some vendors in to have a calmer space, and also to exchange, like to pollinate, cross pollinate our services. Basically, that's what I'm working on right now. So that's about it.
Thank you. Let's go to whoever Throughline. Who's Throughline Networks?
Well, that's me. That's Phil. You're probably looking at my Fathom, but I'm Throughline Networks.
Got it. Okay, Phil, thank you.
So hi, I know some folks on here already. I'm Phil Dillard in San Francisco, founder of Throughline Networks. We're an investing and advisory services firm for early stage companies, focusing on climate tech, deep tech, and space tech that deals with circular economy, waste to value, and regenerative economy solutions. That's the work in me, and I'm just very excited to connect with people in this blended community of like-minded hearts and souls.
Thank you, brother. Alice.
Hello, I'm Alice, and I was just in the Taipei chapter. I was invited by Jason. I led a workshop focusing on breaking the patterns. So thinking yourself as an system, like an iOS system, you can keep upgrading your system and finding the bug and learning to debug it, the constant loop and everything. So I just ran that workshop. Everybody really liked it. So it's other than my job as a crypto venture studio founder, I'm also very passionate about gathering the right people, building communities, and putting intention and passion to everything we do.
Awesome. Good to see you, Alice. Looking forward to connecting more.
Yes, very good to see you and happy to see everyone.
Thank you. Pat Finn.
Yes, thank you. I'm in Los Angeles. I've been a transformational coach for 20 years. I used to lead something called the Landmark Forum. I was a forum leader for Landmark Worldwide. And for the past 5 years, I've had a coaching business called Rubicon Results. And it's all about productivity coaching. And we have clients all over the world. And what we say is we're changing the world by changing the world of one person at a time. And I got invited here by Heidi, and who's also an extraordinary coach. So it's great to get a chance to connect with some like-minded people. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Looking forward to connecting more. Rob Fajardo.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you, Payam. I came by way of Lucian's group, the guidance group. I missed you guys in the Dominican Republic. A little bit about me. So I founded a, part movement accelerator social impact network called Leave Normal Behind. It's all about making the world a better place and inspiring people to be the best version of themselves. And if anyone's going to be in Vegas next week for the HumanX event, I'm moderating a panel, AI for Good, building the world we want to live in, and would love to connect with anyone that's there or on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I'm going to pass it to Sarika. Can't hear you, Sarika.
Oh, is this better?
Now you're coming through.
Okay.
I'm really glad to be listening to everyone's shares. I was talking about in a breakout room. Um, I have ambitions about trying to track generational wealth, encouraging people to be more mindful of the differences between a first generation or second generation person, especially if they're looking to expand into a part of the United States that might be poor or an eighth generational place that you don't want a Wall Street type place to just allow you to get abused because they don't understand the differences. So but it's nice to just be here and listen to see how other people are framing this conscious business approach. So for now, I'm just really appreciative of that, and I'm writing down all the information. So thank you for having me.
Good to have you, Sarika. We'll pass it to Paul.
Hey there, can you hear me okay?
Can.
Great. Paul Bruslow. I'm working on a carpool startup. Put simply, I spent 25 years in the climate tech space. People make all the choices for this planet. And I spent 7 years running the innovation team for a French giant energy company and got exposed to a lot more of the social capital and the kind of triple bottom line of people, planet, profits, and thinking more about that. And we need to build products that enhance the opportunities and facilitate collaboration. And I think carpooling is the gateway drug for that. So that's what I'm focused on.
Thank you, brother. Kat.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kat. I run Transformational Journeys, probably something similar to it was Pat. Nice to meet you. And we have groups. We're starting to facilitate our day treat at the Kin this Saturday with Melody. And then we're going to take our show on the road to Conscious Corporation so that they can bring some of their employees back to the office. And then also they would choose a school of their choice, and then we would donate our time to inspire our youth so that they can incorporate some of the spiritual modalities like sound healing, like just being aware and living a more conscious, authentic, happy, positive life.
Thank you, Kat. Dab.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dab Riga. I am a triple bottom line cannabis entrepreneur based in Montclair, New Jersey, right in the New York City metropolitan area. I just recently realized I've been talking for months and months that my company has a triple focus on people, planet, and profit, educating all my employees to be leaderful, to know how to do every job, up into including executive roles, shadowed. And the planet, we're powered by renewable energy and have all recyclable and compostable packaging. And profit comes from our focus on robotic automation. Yes, using AI wherever applicable. And Industry 4.0 and the industrial Internet of Things to make our operation the most efficient one in North America. So I'm really happy to be part of this group. I find a lot of resonance talking to the other members. I'm looking forward to becoming more involved.
Thank you.
Well, we have a New York chapter, right? Have you gone to our New York salons yet?
Yes, Ruby, I've checked it out. And so
Okay,
I'm in
great.
the process, going through the process right now. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful.
I think we might be the last person, Nikki.
Get the invite. I'm here with Greg Apodaca, and I work with the Green Economy Conference. And what we're trying to do is bring the consciousness of financing people, planet, and profit into real world and beingness instead of just talking about it. So people taking action, et cetera. And I'll post the link to the conference. And thank you for publicizing that, Payam. I've seen your work and I so appreciate the shout outs for us.
Anytime.
Hope to see you there in June. Yeah.
Likewise. We have a couple that are on, they don't have their videos on, Rafi or Marin, or there's somebody that I didn't mention. Now's the time to come on video and share your beauty with us. Marin, you there?
I say hello, Pam.
Yeah, Rohan, you haven't talked, right? Go ahead.
I have
Aloha.
not as yet. I know it's easy to forget me. I
No,
know.
not at
And
all.
like
I called on
I
you,
I
and
have
then you're so overflowing with love in your mastermind.
Well, but he can still
okay.
introduce himself for everything
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
does,
Of course,
right?
of course, of
Next
course.
time I'll just let my AI show up and do the talking for me. So, okay. So, hi everyone. Good to see you all. So my name is Rohan Hall. I am running the AI driven mastermind for marketing, which has been super, super cool. We're getting deep into all kind of really cool, useful stuff about how to use AI in business and marketing. I am an AI tech entrepreneur. We build AI technologies for companies. And we have a really cool project we're launching next week. I haven't talked to you guys about it yet, that we are using AI to solve problems with autism. So normally it's a really big issue. It's actually it's becoming a national issue now. I heard on the speech with our president a couple of days ago. Autism is a really huge problem, and so we can detect if a child is autistic within a few seconds. Normally take like weeks or months for someone to even get someone to look at them. So we're solving that problem. And I also have Ninja CEO, which is a 501c that helps Black and brown young adults and women with AI education. So that's me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for all your work. Maren.
I would say hi. Oh, that's so beautiful. Aloha, everyone. I'm Maren Ryan Sarif. I am the founder and CEO of two startup companies that are building essential infrastructure for the planet. One is called Lightspace. We're building a Web3 platform to connect all of the eco properties all over the world with climate tech innovation to help people to build their properties. And also an AI Gaia that's going to inform people on how to build their properties with a combination of global satellite data, indigenous wisdom, IoT sensors on the ground, and best practices from our global community. And we're already a global community all around the world. So if anyone feels called to get involved, super welcome collaborations. And the second one is called the Peace Train. It is a global community of artists and creators for peace, as well as peace leaders. And we're launching a global docu-series from the 81st anniversary of D-Day in Normandy this summer in June, highlighting the messages for peace, prosperity, and purpose that the world needs to hear right now in a global meta-narrative. So if you have a company that's focused on holistic health and well-being, if you have any message that you want to get out to the world in a global meta-narrative that's going to be broadcast across media outlets across the world, please let us know. We would love to collaborate. I shared my links in the chat, and I'm super happy and grateful to be a part of Light DAO and a member. And I'm so grateful for this beautiful community. Payam and Ruby, thank you so much for curating Light Leaders together. And I'm so happy and grateful to be here with you all. Love you all.
Thank you, Maren.
My
Lauren,
pleasure.
you there?
Thank you.
I'm here. If I turn my camera on for more than 30 seconds, I might fall because I'm hiking and I have to get back to my son. So I'm just going to say hi again. I'm sorry that I look like this, but grateful to connect with everybody. Just give me one sec. Grateful to connect with everybody and lots of synergies. Not to take up anybody's like time and space. I help people live and lead a more purpose-driven life through their giving and through their wealth. And really, I'm just a connector of hearts. So the more I get to know you, the more I like people come into my life, or I think of people in my life that might bring you into more light and help you grow, scale, achieve whatever mission you are on. So Artie, if you sort of like documentary, definitely please reach out. I'd love to connect you with some people. And Philip, I think it was you that talked about autism. Would love to connect. But yeah, just want to help wherever I can. So the more I get to know all of you, hopefully I'll be able to offer support in some way.
Thank you, Lauren. Is there anybody else that's on that has not had a word? Okay. I know Rafi's on, but I haven't seen his video or non-muted self yet. So any last words, Ruby, before we jump off? We're 15 minutes over.
Yes, just thank you all for being here. And as I alluded to before, we are going to actually have 1.5 retreat. We had our first summit retreat, and we're going to have our next one in Cabo, as Payam mentioned. And we are actually going to be planning a day here that's connected to the Human Tech Week, which is probably going to be one of the biggest things going on all year for anybody who's interested in conscious technology, conscious entrepreneurship, conscious investing. All right, that's going to be going on from June 16th to the 20th. And we are going to attach on to our own retreat the day before. So we're going to welcome 55 people came to Dominican Republic. So we're going to welcome all of you to be joining us in San Francisco on June 15th. And you're going to be hearing a lot about it. So Tevye and those of us who are in the Bay Area, you definitely want to take advantage of that coming up. Tiffany and those of us who are in San Francisco and LA, it's going to be very easy for you to join us, and more information will be coming forth soon.
Yeah, just one final word. Thank you all for showing up. There are about 35 of you on this call. There's 100x more of us, conscious, heart-led individuals, change makers, leaders, entrepreneurs, and investors that are part of this network globally. So as Ruby mentioned, we're looking for at least 100 of you guys to join us in San Francisco from wherever you can. That'll be like a weekend experience that we're creating. But if you haven't had an opportunity to tap in with us anywhere else around the world, I'm traveling around. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. And there's not just Light DAO gatherings, but each of our own DAO owners are creating their own experiences, like Greg and the Green Economy Conference in LA in June, and so much more. So we're waking up together, we're walking each other home, and we're remembering the abundance that we always are. And the more we are sharing our light and our abundance and emanating that energy, it's ripple affecting throughout our society. And now more than ever, we need to come together. We need to be strong. We need to unite, and we need to remember that we're all one and we're connected. And I hope that we are carrying that torch and that light, that we continue to be and shine. So thank you again for your time and being on this call with us, and looking forward to seeing you somewhere around the world, if not virtually again next month. Much love and light, and see you all soon.
Take care, man. Thanks, buddy.